Lately I taught you how to get the new McLaren Speedtail in Forza Horizon 4, but that's not enough. Today we're gonna transform this car, which is one of the fastest cars in the world, into an S2 class monster. But make no mistake, this car is already a beast from the factory. Listen to its exhaust note. And it doesn't just sound fast, it is fast. Our mission today in Build could not be any different, to show you how to make it even faster, and to find out what we can improve on it, or better, if it's possible to improve such a car, we need to take it for a drive first. With such objective, nothing better than to abuse a little, but without crossing the line, on a challenging track. How about There Went Lakeside? I mean, to find out which areas of the car could use a little help, we need to go over the limit a little bit, right? Nothing better than a track that combines long straights with high-speed sectors and incredibly technical corners. I'm sure you already know that There Went Lakeside provides just that. If you want to learn how to drive this track, watch this video. I recorded it a while back, and I think I've improved the quality a little bit since then, but the tips are still valid. However, I realized that the car can improve in some ways. For example, this model was developed with one very clear thing in mind: top speed. This means, of course, that the body is the smoothest they have managed to make. Thus, the car doesn't have aerodynamic wings as wild as a McLaren Senna, for example. If it did, it would generate an enormous amount of turbulence as a side effect of downforce, which in turn would lower its top speed. And as I said, the engineers were looking for top speed above track performance. So the plan is, since the lack of grip at high speeds is getting in the way, making me brake a lot for high-speed corners, this is what we're gonna attack. So, generic Forza wing, here we come. There's just one problem though, you can't put a wing on the Speedtail. What now? Change of plans? Well, actually, the lack of grip is more pronounced over the front tires anyway, so that'll work. Not to mention that I'm glad I didn't have the rear wing option, since that would have really ruined the flowy look of this car. Now that the car is ready, let's go for a drive. It should be a lot faster now for sure. But first, since it's gonna become a serious racing car, let's change something else. Now we're talking. It looks like a fighter jet, as it should be. No, this isn't right. I thought it would get much better. The car is still way out of control. I mean, the front spoiler helped a lot when cornering at medium speeds, but at low speeds, let's say it's not what I expected. Back to the drawing board. I'll have to use the upgrade strategy for long tracks. If you wanna learn how it is, watch this video at the end. So this is the plan. Let's tackle the problem of low speeds. Since we don't have better tires than these, we're gonna have to increase their width to the maximum. In addition, I know that the suspension can also be improved for the purpose of grip. I also wanna add more power. Okay, it may seem risky at first since I don't even have control now, but if I control the gas pedal better, I won't lose to the Koenigsegg on the straights. Some other little things, and voila, let's test this little monster. I wonder how good is it gonna be. If I had to describe this race, I would say it's like driving on a frozen lake. There doesn't seem to be one tire that can handle such power. I thought that just having a car with well over 1,000 horsepower would give me an advantage in the races, but I was wrong. I don't know if this car can be saved, to be honest. I'm almost losing hope. Unless... Oh, that's it! I think what we have to do is... well, there's only one thing left. I need to implant an all-wheel drive system. If that doesn't help, I don't know what I'm gonna do. It got into X-Class, but in order to race in S2, I need to reduce something else. I'm gonna have to take out power to keep the weight reduction and consequently not ruin the handling. It seems we have in our hands what can only be described as the union between a McLaren F1 and Unicorn, a twin-turbo V8, elegant design, all-wheel drive, almost no aerodynamics, and over 1,000 horsepower. There's only one thing missing: the wood paint job. That's what I'm talking about. So you mean this is the final level of the McLaren Speedtail? Let's complete the ultimate test. Bamberg Coast Circuit plus Unbeatable drivatars. This is a tight track, but it has a long main straight where you can take this car to 6th gear. It's under the guard of the huge Bamberg Castle, which is colossal from any angle you look. Find out how to drive here by clicking the card. In less than 1 minute, it's possible to complete a lap on this track. And with the selection of supercars that we have here, the question is whether it'll even be possible to overtake 11 opponents in 3 very short laps. Now there's only 1 lap left. Will I be able to pass 5 cars in 1 lap? We got the first, 4 more to go. What's the deal here? He blocks me like his Ferrari FXXK was worthless. Okay, well, I know I can get a boost in the next corner. Just like that, another one bites the dust. I need to go smoothly through these corners and I'll take the next while braking. Now there's no way to pass this Ferrari. Last car, F40 Competizione. You may be far away, but I know I can catch you. Your car has very strong wings and mine is as smooth as possible. Almost there. Impossible! I won? 2nd place? But across the finish line... the time was the same. Down to the last millisecond. Unbelievable! I couldn't have scripted this better. And that's how I unleashed the hidden powers of the new McLaren Speedtail. If you want to find out what improvement strategy I used, click on the video that appears on your screen. They said this car wasn't made for cornering, but that's exactly what we did on this episode. What are we gonna do in the next? Want to suggest it in the comments?